Hi, my dear students. Welcome back to the session. Today, we are going to see the second lesson, current electricity. In this lesson, we are going to study about the electric current, conventional current, drift velocity of electrons and current, current density, Ohm's law, resistance, resistivity, conductance and conductivity, temperature dependence of resistor, color codes for carbon resistors, series and parallel combination of resistors, EMF and potential difference of a cell, internal resistance of a cell, series and parallel combination of the cells. First of all, we are going to see about the definition of an electric current. Electric current is defined as the charge flowing through any section of the conductor in 1 second, which means I denotes to current I is equal to charge per unit time Q by T. In this equation, Q by T is represent to the rate of flow of charges is the steady. In the case the rate of flow of charges varies with respect to time, we can denote the current I is equal to dQ by dt. Different types of current: steady current, which does not vary with respect to time, and diagram B and C represent to the varying current whose magnitudes varies with respect to time, and diagram D represent to the alternating current whose magnitude varies continuously and direction changes periodically. So you can differentiate the different type of the current with the phasor diagram. Conventional current. Conventional current is the current whose direction is along the direction of the motion of positive charge under the action of the electric current. Conventional current, due to the motion of electrons, is in the direction opposite to the motion of an electrons. We know, which we have studied in 10th standard, the direction of conventional current is always opposite to the direction of motion of the electrons. Our next topic is called drift velocity and current. Drift velocity is defined as the velocity with which the free electrons get drifted towards the positive terminal under the effect of the applied electric field. So that drift velocity Vd is equal to A into tau. Vd is equal to A into tau. Here A means acceleration. This acceleration is produced due to the electric field. So acceleration, according to the Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to m into A. Therefore A is equal to F by m. Here force is due to the electric field, E into E by mass m. So that A can be replaced by E into capital E by small m. Here small e represent to the charge of an electron, capital E represent to the electric field, m represent to the mass of the electron into tau. Current is directly proportional to the drift velocity. Our next topic is called current density. Current density at a point within a conductor is the direction of current through a unit area of the conductor around that point, provided the area is perpendicular to the direction of flow of current at that point. Therefore, current density J is equal to I by A. Therefore, we can get this equation NEVD. In vector notation, the value of I is equal to J vector dot A vector. Our next topic is called Ohm's law. Ohm's law, which we have studied already in our 10th standard, the electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential differences across the two ends of the conductor when physical conditions such as temperature, mechanical strain, etc. remains the same. Therefore, I is directly proportional V, or V is directly proportional to I. Resistance. The resistance of a conductor is the opposition offered by the conductor to flow of current through it. R is equal to V by I. Resistance in terms of physical features of the conductor. So that we know the equation I is equal to NEA modulus of Vg vector. Therefore, the value of I is equal to NEA E into modulus of E vector by M into chow. Therefore, the value of I is equal to N E square A chow by M into V by L. So, rearranging the equation, the value of V by I is equal to N into L by N E square A chow. Therefore, the equation R belongs to V by I. Therefore, R is equal to M by N E square chow into L by A. So that equation can be simplified in the form of R is equal to rho L by A. Here rho is equal to M divided by N E squared chow is the resistivity or the specific resistance. So resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area of the conductor and depends on nature of material. Resistivity depends upon nature of material and not on the geometrical dimensions of the conductor. Our next topic, resistance between drift velocity, resistivity, length, electric field, current density and V. We know that rho is equal to E by J, that is equal to E by NEBD. The value of Vd is equal to E divided by NE rho. Therefore, Vd is equal to B by NE rho L. Conductance and conductivity. Conductance is the reciprocal of the resistance. Its SI unit is mho. Conductivity is the reciprocal of resistivity. Its SI unit is mho meter inverse. Resistance depends upon the temperature depends upon the resistance. Therefore, the value of R is equal to M by N E squared chow into L by A. When temperature increases, the number of collisions increases due to the more internal energy and relaxation time decreases. Therefore, resistance increases. So, temperature coefficient of resistance is defined by alpha is equal to RT minus of R0 divided by R0 T, or alpha is equal to R2 minus of R1 by R1 T2 minus of R2 T1. R0 represent to the resistance at 0 degree Celsius. RT represent to the resistance at T degree Celsius. Since R1 represent to the resistance at T1 degree Celsius, R2 represent to the resistance at T2 degree Celsius, we know that R1 is greater than R2, then alpha is negative. We will see the remaining topics in our next class. Thank you, students.